grew up very religious, so I was encouraged to abstain from drugs and alcohol and sex and enjoyment. And being abstinent is when you wait until marriage to have sex. They used to tell us the safest sex is no sex, which is a lot like saying the safest travel is books. When I have a daughter, I'm gonna make sure she's abstinent in high school, and probably before that while we're at it, because when I was younger and I was abstinent, I was not having sex, but I was having other things done to me. And I don't know if you know this, but other things are kind of the best part of sex for ladies. So while my friends were having sex, I was the only one having orgasms. Yeah. I could not believe it when I found out. When my friends are like, yeah, me and Chad have had sex, but I've never, And I'm like, you're going to hell and you didn't even finish? I'll pray for you. I'm not religious anymore. I have had some friends find religion as adults recently, which is very upsetting. If you grew up religious and you're not anymore, and your adult friends find religion, it feels like God is your shitty ex-boyfriend who's now getting it together for your friend, and you just have to watch it happen on Facebook. They're like, have you met God? He's amazing. I'm like, yeah, I grew up with God. He's a douchebag, all right? Did he tell you you were broken and you need him? That's his move. That's what he does. He says that to everybody. Don't drink what he gives you. You drink that, next thing you know, you're eating his body, the Holy Spirit's inside you. It's a whole system they have over at that frat house they call church. Who else uses Roman numerals? That joke makes it sound like I resent my religious upbringing, and I do, so I nailed it. But my parents are cool. They're very religious. That's how I was raised. I'm not super religious anymore. I still believe in God, I think because I've invested so much time into the idea. Yeah, because if there's no God, then I told the wind a lot of secrets. The real reason he and I broke up is the reason everybody breaks up. We were no longer having the amount of sex you need to have in order to ignore everything that's wrong with each other. Yeah, love is blind, lust is Helen Keller. So we weren't there anymore. And it got tough because I have a fairly high sex drive. Not crazy high, not like I'm gonna catch something at the bus station high. But if I love you, diarrhea doesn't deter me. Like we're in that zone, It's like, yeah, your stomach hurts, push through it. I want to feel close to you. Mentally push, not physically. Don't make a mess. That joke makes me sound so much cooler than I am. I'm not that cool. I've had sex with 2 people, 4 if you're Christian. Like, I'm not a good time. I'm not. I don't like casual sex. All my friends are like, you don't know if you like it. You've never tried it. I'm like, I've also never tried cottage cheese, and I know that shit looks nasty. It's all wet and bumpy. I don't trust it, okay? I had a friend try to convince me with this argument. She goes, you have to try it, Taylor, because there is nothing as empowering as just banging some guy and leaving. I'm like, I mean, that sounds good, but I don't know. Have you ever tried to make a dude's mom love you more than him? That is power. I still talk to Sheila, so. Haven't heard from him in 8 years, but every Christmas she's like, I miss you. If I had to come up with some stuff that was like positive about me growing up religious, I'm sure I could with enough time and money. But I do have some issues with it. It gave me some serious trust issues, and it just made me weird growing up in church in ways that I am still discovering. For example, I just found out that I masturbate wrong. I will back up. Okay, so when I was growing up in church, kids had youth group, and at youth group, they were like, don't have sex, and we were like, for sure, for sure. And then they were like, don't even masturbate. And all the girls were like, okay, we didn't even know that we could. And all the boys were like, why? And the way they explained it to us was, our youth pastor told us, he goes, it's not the physical act of masturbating that's the sin, you guys, all right? It's not even the orgasm. In fact, if you have a wet dream, thank God for the freebie and have an awesome day. But what are you thinking about while you're doing that to yourself, guys? That's what the sin is. It's the lust in your heart. It's the impure thoughts in your head. That is what the sin is. So when I got to be an adult and I wanted to masturbate, I was like, well, if I just don't think about anything, I could probably still go to heaven, right? Just like clear your mind, get in there, get it done. See you soon, Jesus, right? Touch nothing but the lamp. So I've been doing this my entire adult life. All my friends are like, you gotta meditate. I'm like, I think I do. And I do mean my entire adult life, by the way. I did not masturbate till I was a grown woman. I was that afraid of going to hell, all right? Yeah. I had my first orgasm with my college boyfriend. Do you know how embarrassing that is to get your first orgasm from another person? That's like having a realtor show you your own house. They're like, and over here we have a second bathroom. You're like, a second bathroom? Like, you've been here for 19 years. You never went poking around on your own? You're like, I did once, but I thought Jesus would get mad. So, yeah, I don't actually own this place. I'm just renting it from the guy upstairs. And if I flood the basement, I do not get my security deposit back. So, is there anything else I should see while you're here? She's like, yeah, let me show you the doorbell. I'm like, oh, is the doorbell even important? She's like, the doorbell is the only thing that matters. Nobody comes inside without touching the doorbell. Oh, but I did touch it. You didn't use enough pressure. It didn't light up. Dating is so awkward, especially dating apps. A dating app date is not a blind date, but it is a nearsighted one, you know? The first date's easy. You get dinner, drinks, that's basic. But then they're like, this was fun. We should hang out again. What should we do? And you're like, well, shit, I'm not a person with hobbies or interests. I'm basically just a stack of frightened possums in a trench coat right now, doing an impression of someone I saw on the street 8 years ago. So then you gotta go home and get online like a loser, like Date Ideas 2023. We could bowl. You ever drive past a bowling alley? Like, at least stay open. Second dates, that's how. We could bowl or mini golf. Is laser tag a real thing? You're just doing shit church youth groups do when they're trying not to touch each other. Just lace up those bowling shoes, my man. You're either gonna commit to me or Christ tonight. Can't finger these holes, you can finger those. Pick your ball. Pick your ball. I knew I was too young to be getting married because people kept telling me that I was. I had so many people that were like, I got married at 25, don't know if I'd do that again. I'm like, aren't you guys still together? They're like, yeah. I had a woman at one of my shows yell at me from the audience. She goes, you should really wait till you're 27 to get married. I said, why 27? She goes, because that's when your frontal lobe is finished developing in your brain. That's when your brain's done, 27. Yeah, what a mean fact to yell at someone. Just like, oh, you think you're happy, Scarecrow? Why don't you wait a beat till the wizard gets you a brain? I've been drinking since noon. Make me laugh. But I Googled it, and that fact is real. And that fact is proof that God is a man, because who else would finish your boobs years before your brain? That's bullshit. You're telling me no one up in heaven's like, hey, God, are you going to finish the brain today? Because you keep putting it off, and it seems important. He's like, this is important! Don't tell me how to do my job. I'm God, damn it. I'm going to make one of them bigger for like 8 years. I'm sorry if you love God, that's what he's like. My parents are still very, very religious. My dad was so religious growing up, he used to insist on praying out loud in restaurants before we ate dinner, which is fine if you're into that, but keep it short. He wouldn't do that. He would do long, drawn-out prayers full of personal details that none of us signed off on at the table, which made puberty pretty rough with your dad in public, just like, thank you, Lord, for this food. Thank you for bringing us here together. Thank you that Taylor's a woman now and is getting the help she needs in math. I'm like, can you not tell this Chipotle that I'm bleeding and can't subtract? I think God knows. It's why I don't feel bad telling jokes about my parents on stage now, because anytime they're like, do you have to air our dirty laundry in front of strangers? I'm like, hometown buffet, 1998. You told everyone within a 5-booth radius that I shat my pants the night before. I can say whatever I want. Dad's very conservative. He still thinks gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married, which... I don't know, you ever hear older people say stuff and you're like, ooh, someone missed a software update. Like, that's not, can't just say that anymore out loud. We're in a Target. Be quiet. It's crazy. He taught show choir for 10 years, and the whole time he was like, homosexuality is a sin. And we're like, without homosexuality, you would not have a job. Those sparkly teens put food on our table. Don't bite the jazz hand that feeds you. 8 is a great time to lose a parent because you're so stupid. You barely know what's going on. When I was 8, I was like, the only people I know with dead moms are Disney princesses. So like, this sucks, but am I about to get hot? Then I hit puberty and I was like, oh no, I guess God just hates me right now. That's a bummer. That's a joke. God doesn't hate anybody, all right? Not anymore. But have you read the Old Testament? Holy shit. The Old Testament is my favorite Taylor Swift album. It is banger after banger. Just like, you don't believe in me? Snakes, look what you made me do. Anybody else religious trauma? Do we have any of that in here? Okay. I'm so sorry if you don't have any. I know I'm a broken record about it. I should shut up about it, but I keep realizing new things every year. For example, did you guys know that when you come, you're not supposed to yell, "Take that, Jesus"? Did you guys know that? I wish that was a joke, DC. I really do.